This is his first
So here we are with the that_ whatever his YouTube is. I'll put it in the video.
Well, my name is Josh Clayton.
So we have Josh over here. He was playing branded Despia Adventure.
The max rarity.
Max
Almost
rarity.
max rarity. I'm just missing one card.
All right. So how do we do today?
X1.
X1.
Finished fourth.
Got fourth. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So you ready for the deck profile?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So we're gonna move this right here. So we got the the Despia stuff. So we got the 3 Lubers, the 2 Tragedies, and the 1 Lib.
Yo, that kind of looks like my
You don't want to see this in your hand so much because you want to search it with Tragedy. And for Tragedy, you just want to maybe see 1 or none. Just don't see 2. It's gonna be bad. And Lubers is your searcher for your branded spells and traps.
Yeah. Would you suggest? Would you think about putting the Tragedy back to 3 if you were playing the Allure package?
Probably not, because I don't like playing Allure either, because there's not many cards to top with it, with Mikura or Tragedy, so I probably wouldn't even play with 3 Tragedies, because I'll probably brick more, in my opinion. Maybe seeing 2 or 3, I don't want to see it, and I just don't like playing Allure at all.
I could see it.
Yeah.
Next we have pretty much the Fallen Abbas cards support kind of style, so we have the 1 copy of Ecclesia,
Incredible Ecclesia.
the 3 copies of Fallen Abbas, the 1 Mikuro, and 1 Kit. Ecclesia is so good because you can special summon it if you control less monsters than your opponents, and plus you can tribute it into special summon Fallen Abbas, even though it does say Sword Soul. And actually, I came up with this card a few times to fuse my opponent's monsters by tributing this, summon this card, and fuse.
Let me get a close up of that dope Starlight. You just got today.
I did have that longer than today. With Mikuro is like pretty much your effect dealer or monster negate, a card of negation. Yeah, monster negation for while you have a fusion monster that has mentioned with Fallen Abbas. So it's pretty good. And Kit, I barely use Kit, but it's still good because you do get to add a branded spell and trap from your graveyard or deck to your hand and place 1 card at the bottom. So it doesn't matter what happens. Plus, you can special summon it if you have a Fallen Abbas monster that's fused that uses as a material is there.
So why are you not playing the main deck Albion?
I do play the main deck Albion. It's probably in my binder, so
Plus that.
yeah, I play Albion. I forgot to add it in there. Albion's good. You just pitch a branded spell and trap, which I usually pitch a brand opening to protect my fusions from destruction. And put in the bottom, shuffle, and draw 1 card, so it's pretty good. Plus, it's a Fallen Abbas as while I was in the graveyard, so
And on the field.
And on the field too, but I usually use it on the field.
What's your best draw that you've ever gotten off of that dragon?
Change of Hearts.
Okay.
Droplets.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So next, I played this interesting. Not interesting. I played the Brave Engine. So I only played 2 rights. Oh, 2 rights. So 2 Ardent Trenchers, 1 right, 1 Faithful, and 2 Dracobacks.
Ooh, 2 Dracobacks.
Yeah.
You need a little explanation for that one.
Okay, so the main reason is like sometimes when I have the Dracoback in the graveyard and maybe I need to bounce a card, that's where the second one comes in because I can finally do that. It's just I usually accidentally shotgun this card a little too early at times. I just want it for the extra protection for for Faithful Adventure. But yeah, that's why I play 2. It just actually shocks a lot of opponents. Plus, this is a 42 card deck, and I decided to add it in there. So it can brick because you can accidentally draw another one or have one of them that you don't want to see. But it's still good playing 2, even though 1 is probably perfect. But I like playing 2.
Can we get this amazing token that you have for this package?
Right. This is the token, Mr. Adventure Time with Jake the Jake the dog, Finn the human. Perfect. Since OTS doesn't want to give us a Brave
Official
token or a Sword Soul token, so it's whatever.
That's the nostalgia for all those 2000 kids out there.
Yeah, mid 2000s. Yeah, good show. Next is like my little regular staple deck. I play 3 Nibs.
And 3 ulties.
And the 1 Fairy Tale. Here's my Nib token.
Did you pull the nibs or did you trade?
I pulled the Nibs.
You pulled all?
I
pulled every nib. That is dope.
Yeah, I pulled them when they first came out. The reason I named the Nibs is because with Branded Fusion, they're light targets. Yeah, they're light targets for Branded Fusion. Also, if you have the castle on the field, you can use this as a fusion material with a Despia monster to summon out Cortez or the Blazing Dragon Masquerade.
You play the castle?
Yes, I played a
Yeah,
castle.
I played the castle one too.
Yeah, it's that one. It's a one-of. It's a good card.
And if it is destroyed and sent from the field to the graveyard, you do get Despia cards?
Yeah.
Or level 4
Oh,
feet?
no. If it's a non-fairy monster gets destroyed, you get special summon low 8 or higher fusion monster.
That's what it is.
Yeah, if a Despia, if a Albert gets destroyed, if a fusion monster gets destroyed while Albert's in the graveyard, you can special summon that by negating the monster
Yeah.
effect.
I actually.
Also, Fairy Tale Luna is
Luna,
insane.
that's Snow.
Or Snow, yeah, you know what I mean. Fairy Tale Snow is an insane card. Everybody knows what it does. Next we have like the branded spells, which is 2 copies of Brandon Red,
Hey,
3 copies of Opening,
the God card right there. That is the best card in the deck.
3 fusions.
Right behind that
So
fusion.
pretty much, if you open this, you can pretty much go full combo, even though if you have Water Enchantress, because you can't use right spell card if you already use a normal summon effect monster. So this is where it comes in. This is where it shines. You pretty much play that, get your Albert, get your Search with your Branded Fusion, and go off.
Oh yeah.
I like to play 2 of these. This is the only thing. It's pretty much a dead card, pretty much in your hand if you're starting 5. Depends
Yeah.
what you have in your hand.
It's not that good to open.
No.
It's
And
one of the best
also,
searches.
Brandon Opening's pretty good because it protects your fusion monsters from destruction.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
really
that's
good.
the first one I ever pulled.
Next, I play 1 into fusion.
that?
You'll find out where I use this for, but it's the 1 into fusion. This is the only card I need to be an OG to have a perfect max rarity.
That is a little bit of spice right there if I've seen any.
Yeah.
You got it.
The 1 powerization,
Hey, that's secret.
Guardian Chimera. It's to keep it targetable.
So we are not playing the Frightfur package,
No,
correct?
I'm not playing Frightfur. I always break on it with having 2 of the Frightfur packages. I never like Frightfur at all. That's the main reason. It's playing Frightfur or playing the
Adventure.
Brave. Yeah, Adventure.
Hey man, what do you think about that?
So yeah,
I
it's
find
just-
it pretty good. I understand.
Yeah, so I just rather play the 1-of for just help Guardian Chimera.
Absolutely.
Plus I've been using this a lot too.
How do you search it?
How I search it? Apollonius. When you search a normal fusion spell card. Here's the best card ever. Change of Hearts. Won most of my games because of this. Top deck, play it or draw it.
Secret rare. Gotta get that in
Best
cam.
steal.
Best steal.
Wasn't it one of the Sword Soul guys?
Yeah, one of the Sword guys. I just stole their card.
Wasn't it the dark level 10?
Yeah, I think so.
It wasn't Shinyan, it was the other one.
It was the 2900 beater.
Yeah.
I just took it because why not? Because I can just tack over the light one. I could have just done the other way around, but it's whatever. Next, we play the 1 copy of Fool's Burial. This is my targets for the Water Enchantress or the Tragedy. Nothing too crazy about it. That's it. Here's the castle. Such a strong spell card.
Best card in Branded
I beat.
Despia. If you're not running it, you are completely wrong. I think you should be.
Yeah, you should be playing it. So what's good about this card is so crazy because I played against a Dark Magician game 1. I played this field spell. She did not negate it. So I'm like, all right, effect, diffuse, and I fused 2 of my darks, which is Dramaturge and another monster, to summon Starving Venom.
And what deck would she play?
Dark Magicians. That's what I said. She had Dragoon on the field,
Oh my bad.
and she didn't negate it. I was like, whatever. I just smiled a little bit.
You got a little bit of happy inside
Yeah.
in this cold card world.
Pretty much. Next, I played 2 Super Polys.
Hey.
I only played 2 because playing 3, it could be much of a brick. Plus, you don't know what deck.
Get the multis.
Plus, the problem about this, like the thing is, why I play only 2 is because you don't know who you're playing against. You can play a person
not
with a
for
deck
trade.
that does not
All my
work
ultis
well with
are
Super
not for
Poly.
trade.
So pretty much this is like a dead. It could be a dead card when you're facing the
is my
right
personal
person, or
collection.
not when you're facing the wrong person. Next, I play 1 copy of Branded Banishment. Such a strong trap card.
So what do you think about people that do not play the banishment?
They need to play it. This trap card's so good. It's a super poly, but banishes your opponent's cards. Or
Alright.
yourself, too, if you have it.
All right, so Davis, I want your opinion on the Branded Banishment, and why do you not play it?
I don't play traps because they're slow.
But this is a
Traps
you
are
get,
slow.
But it's
2022.
a searcher for Albion, the Shrouded Dragon 2. You can set it.
and you get a Mirror Jade back if they destroy your Mirror Jade.
I play 3 Super Poly, so it's fine.
That is true though. He does play Super.
Yeah, but I play 2, and I'm fine with
poly.
this. And
And it is technically a searchable Super Poly.
Yeah.
Your opponent can just respond to it though.
yeah, but
That's the only downside though.
that's the only downside. But most, like 9 out of 10 times, it always
They let it resolve.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, fuse. I was like, what? I was like, yeah, read the trap card.
It's one of the best traps in the game.
I play Red Reboot. Just how I win like some of my games who are playing trap heavy decks like El Lynch and Dio Mafia. That's what happened a few weeks ago. Somehow I just played Red Reboot. It stopped his place.
We don't like that Dynamorphia here.
Well, it's not because of that. It just paid half his life points, and I had a Wandering Griffin and a Right, and I just did Red Reboot after paying half his life points, and yeah, there you go. Next, we're gonna have the fusions. So we have two of my favorite super poly targets. Well, technically they're two super poly targets. One's for fusions and darks, and this one's for two darks. They're both great. I saw them both. I played them both multiple times. Played it against Dragoon to defeat it, to give it the 3,000, so it'd be attack over it. And Dragon's ability is pretty good because you can target one of your opponent's monsters, turn into level 1, and while it's level 1, while this is on the field, it just negates it, which is so cool.
Yeah, so these are both really good targets to get rid of the Dragoon, correct?
For this, yes. But for this, no. So this one's the better one, in my opinion.
Always.
So next we have the Despia, well, kind of pretty much the Despia stuff.
Despia
the Despia fusion monsters. So you play 1 copy of Cortis, 2 Masquerade Blades and Dragons.
Where's the percent?
At time, I don't play that because that's a terrible ass card.
It's good.
It's not good.
The
targets, like these cards are better because they don't even target.
Pristine one doesn't target.
Yes, it does.
These deck
It does.
profiles are
And also at times, like during game 3, I always make sure to summon these two out to burn my opponents out a lot. I beat against ABC Therions because he used the effects twice, and I won with. I had like 5,300. My opponent had 5,100, which is kind of crazy. And Cortez is pretty good. It's quick effect. Fairies level 8s or higher can go to 0, while everything else can go to 0, which is pretty good. Plus, if it gets destroyed by a card effect or gets banished, you can special summon a Despia monster, which is pretty cool. Next is the 2 Guardian Chimeras. This is pretty much my polymerization or my Brandon Red. Nothing too crazy about it. Nothing serious.
Nothing that special about him. They're one of the best cards in the game, you know?
And also polymerization in the field is in the graveyard. It can be targetable, which is really strong.
Nothing major to look at, you know? Just one of the best fusion targets in the game.
Not really.
Well, it is for polymerization or Brandon Red. Because you need to have a monster. You need a monster in your hand, at least 1 or 2.
It's okay.
They pop the difference by using the cards in your hand. It's okay because you can't resolve it right. Oh, by the way, they're not tolerable too. It's just draw 2 and just pop, which is crazy too. Next is this for the Fallen Abad stuff, or fusions for those. So I played the 2 Albion, the Beater Dragon, 1 Albus Lineatus.
Oh, we got that Starlight.
Yes,
Let's go.
The 2 copies of Lebellion and the 2 copies of Mirror Jade.
All right.
Why is it Mirror Jade?
Because 2 Mirror Jades is the best ratio.
What about 3?
No.
Too bricky.
Yeah, very bricky.
What do you mean bricky?
Bricky for fusions, man.
It clogs the extra deck up too much.
Pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
So pretty much, if you had the Brandon Fusion and if you have the Castle, you can pretty much fuse your way to summoning 2 Blazing Dragons by just using this.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a Miracle Fusion for level 8s or lowers, or highers, or lowers, one or other, doesn't matter. Because Masquerade Dragons are the low 8, doesn't matter. Albion's really cool because when it's been pitched, and it's also our Cyber Dragon Mega Fleet kind of style.
the Scareclaw.
Also, what's cool, if you pitch is that, you can search for a spell card, which could be the Instant Fusion, Brandon Fusion, and Polymerization, because they're all normal spell cards. And Brandon Dragon, the Brandon Dragon can search your Brandon spells and traps. You can set them or add them to your hand, so you can set a Brandon Banishment and activate it for your next turn.
Yeah, it's
or Brandon Red.
Yeah, those are some of the really good targets.
Yeah, and for these, this is your like contact fusions, like Neo style. So pretty much you just put them back to your deck or extra deck and special summon a fusion monster, which is mostly like these. This card's so insane. It turns to a right Geki if it goes to the graveyard by your opponent's card effect. And all you have to do is press once every wild turn. You just dump a fusion monster that mentions Fallen Abbas, and you get a non-target banished monster, which is crazy.
It's one of the best cards in the game.
Yeah.
Mirror Jade.
This is why we can only have 1 on the field.
Oh yeah.
So this is my instant fusion target. Winda. It's a level 5. And
I'm gonna need a little explanation why you're doing the window.
Stop my opponents from special summoning more than 2 times.
That's a pretty good thing.
Today's meta, the only deck doesn't really
Special summon is
Flunder or El Lynch.
I mean, Eldritch does do
Well,
with
they
their
like to do
traps.
they like to do it on their end phase at times, but it's whatever. But it's just I just never get a chance to use it during LH. I know I wouldn't know, but it's just Flunders is the only deck doesn't really care about it. But every other decks, this thing will stop everything. It will stop everything, which is so strong. And also, this card cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effect. So if they try to do anything, they can't destroy it.
Let's go.
And all you have to do is just banish a brand opening, and that card's gonna stay forever. Well, until it gets destroyed.
So onto the side deck.
My side deck, my personal side deck. I play triple copies of Token Collector. It's just my sword against Sword Soul. I guess I get technically against Adventure if I'm playing someone against Adventures.
But doesn't that hurt your deck too?
It does, but the thing is, they're my side deck, and the times when I had this card, I don't have the Brave stuff. Why are you touching my field centers?
Yeah. Why are we touching his dope fuel centers?
You want to see these? Where'd you buy these from?
Give him a free shout out.
Man of something.
Shout out to a man of something with these.
I forgot the name of it.
We're just gonna give him a free promotion.
Yeah, I always do. Next, I play triple Twin Twisters, back row hate.
Then ultis, dude,
Yes,
man has
sir.
a max rarity, dude.
Yes, sir, the only thing I named max out is the Instant Fusion. So please send me a free Instant Fusion. OT.
An ulti fusion.
Here's my third copy of Super Poly.
The ulti again.
Again, the main reason, the reason I play two is because it costs less of a brick. Plus, you don't know who you're gonna play against. You can play someone who doesn't really does much fusion, someone that could revive on Super Poly, or maybe you play someone that uses fusion cards or cards that has the right attitudes to use the Super Poly. And pretty much Fallen Adbaz, and plus Brandon Banishment is a Super Poly itself, so that's why. So if I do need to play a third, I can just put it in.
Yeah.
Next, I play triple copies of D-Barrier. It stops
But it
Xyz.
hurts yourself.
Yeah, but what if I have a big board, then play it? Most,
You can't activate the effects.
no, it's with special summons. Doesn't matter. So yeah, that's what I use for D-Barrier. I stopped speed roid, high speed roids by just playing this while I had window on the field, which is kind of crazy. Next, this is, my opinion, probably my favorite trap card of all time.
What is it?
Epidemic Virus. So pretty much if you have Mirror Jade, you can just flip that trap card to clear your spells or traps, and your opponent cannot have them for the next 4 turns.
I love that card.
Yes, I beat L Lynch with this deck. I beat the Mirror match with this deck because I use the trap card, tribute my Mirror Jade or Dramaturge or anything with 2,500 attack or higher darks, and just declare traps or spells.
Would you suggest that to anybody that's playing Branded Despia?
Yes, as a side deck. You should side deck it.
A side deck? You shouldn't main it?
You can main them if you want to. It's just with my deck, I just like to have them side deck because I do have cards I can just take out and just put these 3 in.
Alright.
But yeah, that's my beautiful 42 card deck.
Okay, can we get some inspirational quotes?
Yeah, can we get a couple inspirational quotes over there?
Um,
And then shout out to your YouTube.
No, I can do quotes because that's like so. Listen, when I had to do quotes in high school. It's been like 5 years when I finished high school.
Home is where the heart is.
Sure. My YouTube channel is _NCAA gamer. You will find me. Very easy to find, and yeah, I do Yu-Gi-Oh deck profiles. I'm starting doing other people's profiles.
You
And
can
yeah,
actually find mine there too.
yeah, this, like me.
And the same thing would be on this channel as well.
Yeah, best Despia player over there.
Best Despia player in
The
Jacksonville.
person recording is the best over here.
Person recording?
The person recording is the best.
Or recording me, you know what I mean. The person who I'm giving the description of my deck is.
No, the PK King is the best Branded Despia.
Yeah, man, PK King over here.
Yeah, I don't know.
I-
All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. So if you want to say anything, go ahead.